Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels 67 Chevy C10. It's based on the second generation of the real thing. This one is slammed down to the ground, but looking very sweet. There is a rather exaggerated hood scoop up front, and the rear tires are tubbed, hinting at some racing usage. This is my first buddy build of the summer with Paco's Diecast Garage. I've got several more lined up with other guys as part of a series I'm calling my Summer Road Trip. Paco and I are both doing this Chevy C10, and we're exchanging cars when we're all finished. So, plastic base, as you can see, all chrome interior. How many times have you seen that in the real car? I'm going to use the windshield, and I'm just looking over everything now to see what kind of shape it's in. And I'll file down these posts to ensure a good refit when I put everything back together. As always, the very first big cosmetic change is stripping off the original paint. In this case, I brush it on and use a time lapse about 4 or 5 minutes. And the C10 doesn't put up any resistance at all, so off it comes very easily. I'm all goggled up when I use my Dremel tool, especially with these wire brushes. I order them in big bags at a time from China, and these little bristles will fly everywhere. Please be very careful when you're doing this. You can freeze the picture right here and get a look at the different grits that these colored abrasive wheels represent. Depending on how much final smoothing I need to do, I make my selection based on that and go over the whole body again. Paco, you're getting a custom designed and printed set of 3D wheels today while I wait on a shipment to resupply my Samet wheels. And they look like this. When they're all cured up, I give them a shot of chrome, and that needs a couple days to cure. After this buddy build with Paco, you can see I've got 4 more lined up and spaced out, and this is the Summer Road Trip series that I told you about. On the last day of every month, there's a 4 Horsemen Invitational build that I invite you to join in on. In June, it's the GTO, end of July, the Jeep Gladiator, and on the last day of August, you need to get yourself a Nissan 370Z. I'm going to be doing several firsts on this build for Paco, including cutting open the hood scoop and making sure I file that down for straight edges and smooth ones. I got as close as I possibly could to that important front post without removing it. And here's the engine that I'm going to drop in there that'll show off through that opening. I think that came off of a Mustang casting. And it wasn't the perfect fit, and neither was I willing to enlarge that hood scoop opening. So 10 minutes of sanding, test fitting, sanding again. And it looks like that it's actually going to get lowered again before we're all done. Today's community shout-out is for the man of the hour, and that's Paco and his Diecast Garage. Follow the link in the description to see who my buddy is for this build, and you are going to really enjoy Paco's site. He does a regular coffee talk on the back patio, which I really enjoy. Very informal, very chill. Paco, I welcome you to the Diecast hobby community. You're having a great start to your new channel, and I really enjoy it. You'll see that I just cut half the threads off of a screw to fit that short rear post in the C10. And now for another first, I'm doing a set of fender flares as part of a body kit on the little pickup. I sacrificed a Coke can to become the molds in the wheel well openings, and this is Epo putty. Squish 2 pieces together and mix them up and roll out a little sausage like so. And you just apply it, and I find a little bit of moistening on my finger helps to shape it. It gets rather sticky otherwise. And I finish all 4 of those and I let them dry for about 3 hours before I do the final cutting, sanding, and shaping. Back to the 3D wheels the chrome has set up, and now I'm going to brush paint the rubber on there. It's very satisfying for me to do these small details like this. Look at the great detail that you get. Treads on the rubber, great rims in there. They're going to suit this really well, especially in the back, because you can make them as fat, wide as you want to. And I put some real racers on there. Now that it gets a shot of primer, we're going to see how well these new fender flares blend in. And I'm quite pleased with that, especially for my first try. More of the body kit includes a chin spoiler on the front and a couple of side steps, both made out of 0.5mm styrene sheets. Starting to come together, Paco. But I gotta get rid of that Hot Wheels pizza pan steering wheel and put in a new 3D resin printed model for you. Looks more the part. While I was doing mods, I thought a rear spoiler would complete that racing look that I'm going for. This is not going to be a shop truck when we're all done. CK is a series of trucks that was manufactured by General Motors from the 1960 to 2002 model years. Marketed by both the Chevrolet and GMC divisions, the CK series, while most commonly associated with pickup trucks, also included chassis cab trucks and medium-duty trucks and served as the basis for GM full-size SUVs. The model line competed directly against the Ford F-Series and the Dodge D-Series. The letter C denoted two-wheel drive, and K was for four-wheel drive vehicles. After some metallic black paint was applied, I'm putting some special decal work on here, beginning with just some white background decals. Because of the black base coat, you just put decals right on there, they're not going to show. So this is an essential first step, and it's important that they dry up before you apply the color decals on top of them, which in this case is the channel logo from Paco's Diecast Garage. I make up my own with basic desktop publishing software. They're awfully small, but you'll see now how well they show up, and I made that white one just a little bit bigger so it also serves as a very nice outline around Paco's logo. And the red racing stripes go exactly over top of the white one so you don't see any white underneath. I think red on black is always very striking, don't you? I love Paco's channel logo for that reason. Red taillights and some orange blinkers go on top of those. I freeze this shot just so you know I put a roll bar in the interior, which you might see when you peek in through the side windows when we're all done. The original glass goes back in, as does the detailed interior with the body kit on it. The 3D printed wheels are slammed down as low as I could go, Paco. Remember that short screw in the back? And I put the engine in the front. And the final touch is a couple of roll bars in the back truck bed attached to the rear of the cab. Now we can have a closer look. It's a roller, Paco, but it's not a racer. Okay, so it'll move across your desk, but it's not going to win any laps on the orange track. But I have to say I'm well pleased with how it all turned out, and I hope that you will be too. Consider this one a display piece. There's my channel logo, not in competition with yours. Mine's just on the bottom, so you don't forget where it comes from. I love the metallic black and the red combo. I always will. And I think the total body kit mods work well. I'll certainly get better at those as I do more in the future. Let me know your thoughts with a respectful comment below. A couple of days ago it looked like every other Chevy C10 on the pegs. Now it's a customized racer for Paco's Diecast Garage. 3D resin wheels, open hood scoop with an exposed engine, chin spoiler, fender flares, all kinds of special touches, roll cages, metallic black paint, red and white scheme. This one is totally tricked out. I think it turned out super. Paco, I hope you enjoy it. It's going in a blister pack on the way to your place. Everybody, be sure to visit Paco's Diecast garage and watch his build, and you'll see the car he's sending to Switzerland. Thanks for visiting my channel today. I hope you'll come back soon and often. It's coffee time.